Welcome to Nutrition Your Way. I'm your host, Cindi Stickle. This podcast is for those of you that finally want to have control over your own health and your family's health. This is for you if you don't know what to eat to help your chronic illness or even your child's ADHD. I will share with you how to easily swap out unhealthy ingredients in your food for healthier ingredients that won't make you sicker or affect your chronic illness. And yes, you can still eat your favorite foods. Other areas I will cover include how to remove toxins from your food and life, how to eliminate the overwhelm you have with your health, including how to read labels, meal plan and prep, and how to manage grocery shopping with ease. My goal is to make biohacking effortless. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Nutrition Your Way. I'm your host, Cindi Stickle, and I am going to be talking today about menopause again, and how healthy fats can help with insulin resistance. I am a certified menopause coach and have 4 different nutrition certifications. 2 of them are in macronutrients, so I really know how those affect your body, especially with menopause. So now I know what some of you might be thinking. Fats, aren't those bad for us? Well, stick around because we're about to challenge that notion and explore how the right kinds of fats can be your allies during this transformative time in your life. So let's start by breaking down what insulin resistance actually is. Imagine your body is a busy office, and insulin is the diligent receptionist trying to guide glucose, that's sugar, to the right departments. In a healthy system, insulin opens the doors and glucose enters the cells smoothly. But with insulin resistance, it's like the locks on those doors have changed. Insulin is there, knocking away, but the doors just won't open as easily. This means glucose starts to build up in your bloodstream, which can lead to all sorts of health issues. So now, here's where it gets interesting for us menopausal women. As our estrogen levels drop, our bodies become more prone to insulin resistance. I talked about this in last week's episode with protein and insulin resistance and muscle loss. So it's like menopause is changing all the locks in our cellular office building. This is why many women notice weight gain, especially around the middle, and may be at higher risk for type 2 diabetes during this time. I had gestational diabetes, so my risk for getting type 2 was even greater than just what menopause was going to add to that on top of it. And I never did develop it, just by my healthy habits and eating right. So, where do fats come into this picture? Well, not all fats are created equal, and I've talked about this in several of my podcast episodes. We've got the bad boys, which are the trans fats, and which are thankfully being phased out in most foods. Then there are saturated fats, which we want to consume in moderation. But the stars of our show today are the unsaturated fats, particularly monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats. These are what we often call healthy fats. These healthy fats are like the WD-40 for those stubborn door locks in our cellular office. They can help improve insulin sensitivity, making it easier for glucose to enter our cells. This is particularly crucial during menopause when our bodies are already fighting an uphill battle with insulin resistance. Now, I can hear some of you asking, that sounds great, but where do I find these magical healthy fats? Well, let me give you a tour of the healthy fat superstars. Avocados. This is like my all-time favorite. Not just for millennials on toast. I've been eating avocado on toast since before millennials were even born. These creamy fruits are packed with monounsaturated fats. I eat an avocado every day. Nuts and seeds, almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds. They're all like nature's multivitamins. Now, I know a lot of people talk about almonds and they're toxic for everyone and you should stop eating them. They have oxalates and not everyone is affected by oxalates. So please don't listen to somebody saying, oh, almonds are poison to you. They're not. Only people that they bother. Okay, so almonds are still good for you. Number 3 is olive oil. the Mediterranean diet secret weapon. Okay. 4 would be fatty fish. Salmon, mackerel, and sardines are swimming in omega-3s. I eat salmon about every other week. I get some and I cook it in my air fryer. And then eggs. Yes, the whole egg. The yolk contains most of the healthy fats. Okay. So by incorporating these into your diet, it doesn't have to be complicated. How about a breakfast of scrambled eggs with avocado on the side? That is like my ultimate favorite breakfast. Or a lunch salad drizzled with olive oil and sprinkled with walnuts. For dinner, a nice piece of grilled salmon can be both delicious and nutritious. Now, here's something crucial that I want all my menopausal listeners to pay special attention to. During menopause, we actually need more healthy fats than we did in our younger years. I know it might sound counterintuitive, especially when we're often fighting the battle of the bulge, but hear me out. As we transition through menopause, our bodies go through significant changes. Our metabolism slows down, we lose muscle mass, and our hormone production shifts dramatically. All of these factors mean that our nutritional needs change too. And one of the big changes is our need for healthy fats. In fact, I'll let you in on a personal note here. In my own journey through menopause, I've found that increasing my fat intake has been incredibly beneficial. Currently, I aim for between 35% to 40% of my daily calories to come from healthy fats. Now, this might seem high if you're used to the old low-fat diet mentality, but let me explain why this works. Firstly, fat is crucial for hormone production. During menopause, our ovaries retire from their job of producing estrogen, and other tissues, particularly our fat tissue, take over some of that production. By ensuring that we have enough healthy fats in our diet, we're giving our bodies the raw materials they need to produce and balance hormones. Secondly, fat helps us feel satisfied or full, satiated, full. As we age, many of us find our appetite control isn't what it used to be. By including more fat in our meals, we can feel fuller for longer, which can actually help with weight management. And also, the natural activated GLP-1 that's coming out in a few weeks helps with that food noise where you're constantly thinking of food, and also helps keep you fuller too. I'll have a link in my show notes where you can get on the list so you can find out when it comes out. And then thirdly, and this circles back to our main topic today, adequate fat intake can help improve insulin sensitivity. This is particularly important as we become more prone to insulin resistance during and after menopause. And let's not forget about brain health. Our brains are largely made up of fat, and consuming enough healthy fats can support cognitive function, something many of us worry about as we age. And the natural activated GLP-1 also helps with the brain too, because our bodies have GLP-1 hormone in it, but it's not producing enough to help you lose weight, and the activator will help your body create its own more. So now I want to stress that this doesn't mean you should start downing spoonfuls of olive oil or eating avocados by the dozen. It's about making a shift in your overall diet to include more healthy fat sources while possibly reducing some carbohydrates, especially refined ones. Because we still need carbs in menopause. In fact, everybody on the planet needs a carb. So please stop listening to people who say carbs are bad. Everything has carbs in it except for a lot of the meats don't, but vegetables have carbs. Your body needs carbs for energy, and you need carbs. So please don't listen to people who tell you you don't need carbs. They're not even certified in nutrition like I am. So remember, every woman's needs are different, and what works for me might not be perfect ratio for you. As a menopause coach and 4-time nutritionist, 4-time certified nutritionist, I've seen firsthand how individual these needs need to be. While I can provide general guidance based on my experience and expertise, it's always a good idea to work with Someone like me, a professional who can tailor recommendations to your specific needs and health status. So now I know that what some of you might be thinking, but won't eating more fat make me gain weight? This is a common concern, but remember, we're talking about replacing unhealthy fats and some carbs with these healthier options, not adding them on top of everything else. It's all about balance. In fact, these healthy fats can help you feel fuller longer, so they can potentially reduce overall calorie intake. They are also crucial for hormone production, which, as we know, is a bit of a roller coaster during menopause. So, before I wrap up, I want to emphasize that while incorporating healthy fats can be beneficial, it is not the magic bullet. It's part of an overall healthy lifestyle that includes regular exercise, strength training, stress management, and getting enough sleep. And as always, before making any significant changes to your diet, please talk to your healthcare provider, especially if you have underlying health conditions. But normally, when you start eating better, those conditions improve. No doctor's going to tell you to not eat healthy. And if they do, you need to find another doctor. So, that's it for today, everybody. I hope that this episode has given you some food for thought. Pun absolutely intended. If you have any questions or want to share your experiences with healthy fats and menopause, feel free to head over to my website or social media pages. And remember that as a certified menopause coach and nutritionist, I'm here to support you on your journey. And remember, menopause is not a life sentence. It's a chance to reinvent ourselves. So take care, keep thriving, and I'll be in your headphones next week. And as always, don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified when new episodes are released. And if you like what you hear, I would love for you to leave a review. Thanks for listening today. I really appreciate you tuning in to the Nutrition Your Way podcast to learn about easy swaps, toxin-free nutrition, and how to biohack your family's health. Don't forget to subscribe here, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Cindi Stickle or my website cindystickle.com for the latest updates. Links are in the episode description.